Yeah. Nick and Perry on the mic, straight killing. Talking wrestling, news, mad thrilling. From the ring to the headline spilling. Every match, every feud, bone chilling. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match, they type. In the ring, we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light. SmackDown, Raw, they break it all down. From body slams to the champ's new crown. Tag teams, giants, they cover each town. Every heel, every face, every showdown. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match, they type. In the ring, we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light. Ladder matches to steel cage thrill. From pay-per-views to the backyard mill. Nick and Perry got the inside skill. Wrestling a world at their will. Hip-hop podcast, feel the hype. Every scoop, every match they type. In the ring we see stars take flight. Nick and Perry bringing truth to light. To light.
All right, we're live.
Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Cheap Pop Podcast, episode 252 of the Cheap Pop Podcast. I am Nick, here as always with Perry. Just a solo show, like back in the days. Me and Perry on this one, and we're here to discuss some more wrestling. We got a decent amount of stuff to get into. Some stuff. Good thing we didn't do that show, Perry, before the weekend, because some more stuff broke before the end of the weekend. So it was we were supposed to do the show later last week, but we had decided to hold off because there wasn't too much newsworthy stuff, and then the weekend happened, and a lot more newsworthy stuff happened.
Literally, that episode was just going to be about Goldberg and nothing else. And I was like, you know what? Let's just wait.
Yeah.
Something will happen over the weekend. We'll talk about it. We got Frank in the chat. We got Hockey Fan in the chat. Hockey Fan's been with us for 19 years, just like you, Nick.
19 years, bro.
Can you believe that?
That's crazy.
Well, because his old man started a show. We'll get into that next year on the 20th anniversary of that show.
That's crazy.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. It's been that long.
Yeah, I know. And we're still here.
Since I first messaged you on AOL Instant Messenger that I liked the show. That was how. That was literally how we first got in contact. Was I think you had. I don't know if it was in the description or if it was on your MySpace or something. I think I was friends with you on MySpace, and then
all you guys were Jesus, Jeff,
yeah, and I think
Anthony,
your aim on your MySpace or something.
Yeah,
and that's how. Yeah, so crazy. I mean, it makes me feel old as shit, but
it's not every day Jeff Hardy wrestles Sting drunk too.
Oh my God, yeah, Jesus Christ. Oh man, but
good old Sting.
But yeah. So we got a decent amount of stuff to get into. We're gonna start off with the Goldberg stuff because I think that's still the biggest story of the past week and a half. First, we'll talk about Goldberg's match. Goldberg, of course, as we talked about in our last show, he wrestled at Saturday night's main event, which was not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. I didn't see it live.
Oh, we saw it live. We had a party. We had a Goldberg party.
Yeah, I was actually out at the Creed concert. Me, my brother, a few of his friends, my dad, we all went to go see Creed.
Nice.
It was insane. The fact how big Creed is now, I think they might be bigger now than they were when they first came out. It's kind of insane.
Well, wasn't Scott Stapp saying the FBI was after him and everything? Wasn't he crazy?
Yeah. And now he's clean, sober for I think 7 years. I think he's in insane shape.
That's
he's
good.
jacked now. And yeah, no, there was 23,000 people there. I think they broke the attendance record for where I was at. It was kind of crazy to see that many people there for Creed, but it was a fun night. So I didn't get to see Goldberg's match live, but I did watch it back. I watched the whole show back this past week. How did you said you saw it live, Perry. So originally, how did you feel about the match against Gunther? And how did you feel about the ending and everything else? How did you feel overall about the match?
We all thought the match was really good. It was one of his best matches in WWE.
I will agree.
He's only had a few of them that were pretty good in WWE. He had one against Mark Henry on Raw, which no one ever talks about, but they beat the shit out of each other in that match. That was a great match.
Yeah, that was a good match.
And he's had at least one more good match in WWE. But I used to remember him fighting Sid in WCW, Halloween Havoc 99. I mean, again, him and Sid beat the shit out of each other. A lot of people don't remember that because so Sid was U.S. champion at Halloween Havoc 99. Goldberg beat the fuck out of Sid to where Sid was bleeding, and the referee stopped the match, and the referee just gave the belt to Goldberg.
Yeah, yeah.
And then Goldberg won the title that night. He won both championships that night, which meant nothing because the next night they did a tournament for the real champion. That's when Bret Hart won it, but I don't know. Anyway, this is how brutal this guy used to be. Anyway, the match was really good. I think Gunther protected this guy. He made him look like $1 million. However, as soon as the match ended, they cut to a commercial, and it was like 9:57 or whatever. Bro, that commercial went until 9:59. They come back at 10. Goldberg is like, hey, everyone, I just want to say, and then they cut him off. And I was like, man, that's fucked up.
Yeah, that was my thing that I because I watched something that obviously had the commercial breaks cut out, but because I didn't watch it live, but it made me realize like how like I don't know, like I don't miss events like this. Like I don't miss the broadcast TV like events. Like I mean, they were really. I mean, Peacock must be like, yo, you got to run this many fucking ads during the it was crazy. I do
No, that's
think
just WWE now. They run a shit ton of ads now.
Oh yeah, and
they're trying to get that 4 billion. I'm sorry, that 9 point whatever billion back.
And I think that I agree with you about the match before I get into anything else. The match was actually really good, way better than I expected. I thought it would be a cool little like typical Goldberg match, but no, I like that kind of story they told in the match, and I agree with you about Gunther. If it's one bright spot over the last few years, it's been Gunther as far as like his like rise to being like a top guy. You can see how he handled himself in this match is why, and how he protected Goldberg is why that guy is like well respected and is a top guy. It is. I mean, he's a professional through and through, and he's really good. He's good at being like brutal too. But yeah, no, the match was really good. Gunther got the win, which that didn't really surprise me. I mean, I thought Goldberg would have got it, but I get why they didn't. He went out. He did the job. Did the job. I don't want to say he jobbed out, but you know what I mean. He took a pin on his way out. Yeah, and
you have an echo on your end. Yeah,
really echo.
I don't have an echo.
Hi.
You have an echo.
Hang on.
Excuse me. That wasn't an echo.
What in the world? Hang on a second here. It might be my settings.
I think you're good now.
I'm good now?
No, you're not. Do you hear an echo just from him or from me too? I changed those settings, everyone. When I talk, I don't hear it. When he talks, I hear it.
Is it echo now or is it better now?
No, I still hear you with an echo.
What the fuck? Hang on. Give me 1 second here.
Yeah. Well, I don't hear an echo on my end, Billy Bob. How about you? Hey, chat, can you tell me, do you hear an echo with me? Or do you only hear it with him?
Hello? Is this better?
No, I still hear an echo on your end.
What in the world?
I mean, you could do the show like that. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, yeah, I just don't hear it on... It's weird.
Chat room.
You said there was an echo. Okay. Let me just see one more thing.
I barely hear it from Nick and not from you.
Okay.
No echoes at all on my end. Well, that's weird. Vince says he barely hears the echo.
Do you have the stream up? Is it unmuted or something, or is it
Now you're fine.
okay? Maybe I'm talking too loud. Maybe I don't know.
You're good now. Whatever you
Okay.
did or didn't do, you're good now.
Maybe I did adjust a few knobs on my mixer, so maybe that
That was
helped.
probably it.
But yeah. So I liked the match. It was really good. Goldberg, like you said, the match ends and then they go to commercial. Like you said, not at like it was like, you know,
Bro, but they went to
whatever.
commercial. They showed like this big long like NBC commercial. And then they showed the Georgia Peach thing. Like, you know, they always show that when the show is over. Like after the credits, they show the Georgia thing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at her like, what the fuck happened? And then they come back. And I'm like, all right, Peacock's going to let him talk. And he's like, well, everyone, you just can't. And then they cut it off. And I'm like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah,
We had to watch some rando that was in the building upload it to YouTube.
Yeah, they did put out the full clip eventually on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, the next morning, which is bullshit.
I do agree that it was one. I think I understand it going off on regular TV. It should have stayed on.
Who's your favorite baseball player?
Who?
Who is it? I'm asking you.
Oh, me, Derek Jeter of all time.
All right, say Derek Jeter retired, okay? And right in the middle of his retirement speech, live on fucking TV, they interrupted for something. And then MLB is like, yeah, we're not going to show it till next week.
Yeah.
You'd be pissed, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I get it. I get it 100%. I also I think it also has to do with like I don't know, even whether it was planned or not for him to talk after the match. I think from what I read,
His son said it was planned.
It was planned. So
he alluded to Ariel Helwani, which we'll talk about, but he alluded to they wanted to keep that for like their YouTube channel. Like they had let him know prior to that they were going to keep extra content for the YouTube channel. So
well, and that's what I talk about now is that nowadays more than ever, what do they talk about? Especially when like The Rock comes back or if somebody else comes back, they always talk about, oh, this clip got this many YouTube views. This clip got this many social media engagements or whatever the fuck they that's all they care about. That's what it is now. It's not ratings. It's not anything else. They care.
Well, it was ratings because they put him up against AEW, which was in Texas.
Yeah, which is just I don't.
And he was actually up against the main event with Kenny Omega and those guys, that match.
Yeah. And I get why they did that. I know that the people are like bringing up the ratings that they were like under expectations. But again, like I'm telling you, it's a Saturday night during the summer. Not a lot of people are home, man. It's like I get that they were trying to go head to head with AEW and all the other stuff, Counter Pro, whatever. It just to me, I don't know. Like that was like a lose-lose.
I'll be honest, dude. There's really no point for them to go head to head with AEW.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like Vince needs to survive anymore. Like this is a completely different company.
No,
they live off making money. They really don't need to go head to head with AEW. There's no point.
Yeah. So the following Monday after the match, Goldberg was promoted to be on the Ariel Helwani show. He does mostly MMA interviews, but he does do pro wrestling interviews. You might be familiar with his interviews with CM Punk and a bunch of other wrestlers he's done.
I remember when Brock Lesnar almost got him fired. Remember that?
Yeah. And he still has Ariel Helwani still. I mean, Dana White still hates him, which is hilarious. But
David R is in the chat. Dreadpool's in the chat. Hockey fan is still here. Benj is here. Frank is here.
Appreciate everybody for stopping by.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, so on July 15th, it says here I have like notes written down because I did watch the interview. He praised the match, calling it an honor and a privilege, and enjoyed performing with Gunther. And he did apologize too, because of like he said that he laughed at one of the first Gunther chops that wasn't like intentional. That wasn't like something he wanted to do. People thought he was like trying to bury Gunther. He really put over Gunther huge in this interview. He did.
Let me tell you something about these fans, and we're going to get into this because it's going to be a big talking point for this whole thing. You know, the fans have been shitting on Goldberg because, he's not grateful. He didn't thank Gunther on Ariel Helwani. I didn't know you had to thank him on Ariel Helwani. I thought you had to thank the man backstage when he went back there after the match.
I mean, he pretty much did thank him without. I mean, he doesn't have to say the words "thank you." He pretty
much.
No.
To these wrestling fans who live in their mom's basement, who have pictures of Paige on their phone, who has dressed like Bray Wyatt and run around fucking town naked at 3:00 in the morning, he has to thank Gunther on every goddamn show he's on since his retirement. He has to do it publicly every day, all day long. Continue.
Okay. He said. He called it an honor and a privilege and enjoyed performing with Gunther, although Goldberg expressed significant frustration with how his send-off was handled. Key points included, and so I have bullet points here, disappointment with execution. Goldberg was pissed off about the rushed 3-week build-up, the match being on live TV rather than a premium live event, and his post-match speech being cut off after 20 seconds due to NBC's hard 10 p.m. cutoff. He felt the effort he put into preparing wasn't reciprocated by WWE to properly honor his career. Now, according to him, this date was set in January.
Right.
At the beginning of this year, they had the date set. They said it was going to be Atlanta, Saturday night's main event, and they didn't start promoting it until, like he said, 3 weeks out, and that it felt rushed. I think we also talked about it kind of feeling thrown together.
Right.
On the last episode we did. I think a lot of fans were talking about
that.
But
what does this prove? This proves exactly what Milkman's been saying on this show. Triple H throws these things together at the last minute.
Yeah.
This is his typical booking style that we've seen in the last year and a half. So,
yeah, I mean,
before everyone gets on Goldberg again, listen to me. Everyone's going to shit on Goldberg because they're just jealous of the guy. None of these people that are shitting on this guy remember this guy from the 90s.
And again, I have my disagreements about you with Goldberg. Obviously we've talked about him before. I have my own feelings on how he responded in the interview or whatever, but I do agree that it's not on him that the booking was, slopped together. I mean, he's just there to do the job and do what he's got to do and
here's the thing.
Show up when they tell him to. But
people are like, well, he knew since January. It's like, yes, but he didn't have to like it. What's he going to do? Tell Triple H on the phone, yeah, that's not going to work for me, brother. Triple H scraps the match and he never gets a retirement match, ever.
Well, the thing is...
You know what I mean? It's like you got to take it.
In my opinion, and this is just me,
right.
But who did Gunther lose the title to again? He lost to fuck, why am I blanking?
Gunther lost to Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso.
Or Jey Uso. I don't know who's Rikishi, when you name your kids, name them different letters in their fucking name. You know what I mean? Stupid ass.
Gunther should have never lost to Uso. And they should have started the feud they should have the build up to this match the night after WrestleMania. We're off to WrestleMania. He comes out and, saying that he's beating everybody, this and that. Nobody can beat him. Goldberg comes out, spears him or some shit. And then you start the build up then. Even if it's not like every week you say like, yo, like maybe a couple weeks later, there's another run-in with Goldberg and Gunther. They should have started building this right after WrestleMania. Right after his program with Jay was done.
Right.
Then you start with Goldberg. But for some reason, they had to do a transitional title run because of Rikishi. I mean, or something. Because that's literally like, there was no point for Jimmy winning. I mean,
did you hear what Rikishi said the other day? He'll only come back if the fans chant his name and that they want it. So once again, Rikishi is claiming that if the fans chant his name and they want it, he will show up.
That's, oh my God.
What is wrong with this guy?
I don't know. But
is he just like healing or is he on drugs?
But that's when the buildup should have started. And I also agree that the cutoff was kind of crazy. Okay, so next part. He says here he apologized for laughing during Gunther's chop, explaining it was an unscripted reaction because the move startled him rather than hurt him as expected, emphasizing he wasn't trying to downplay Gunther's ability. He also mentioned that he hinted at more grievances that he won't be able to share until 2 weeks' time, which is
Next week.
probably means he has an NDA of some sorts, or his contract's
His
not up.
contract's probably up.
Yeah. Possibly due to expiring non-disclosure agreement with WWE, it's suggesting deeper issues with how his retirement was managed. So he might be back on air. There's speculation he might be back on Ariel next week.
I'm sure he will be, and he'll give him all the info. Listen to me. I'm going to say this too, okay? And I know people don't want to hear this shit, but it's real life. His father-in-law passed away a week before the match or 2 weeks before the match. I believe he might have been, they were kind of hinting about the Texas floods. His father-in-law, I don't know if this is true or not. I'm assuming, based on what they were saying, might have been a victim of those floods.
Really?
You have to understand something. The state that guy's in right now, he's not in a good state. So imagine you just lost your father-in-law right before you're having your retirement match. Of course, the match is never going to be perfect for him. He's going through one of the roughest times of his life right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't understand or see that. They just go, oh, yeah, this guy can't work. Good riddance, blah, blah, blah. Like, even on the way out, people have to shit on this guy. You know what I mean? You couldn't give this guy his fucking props on his way out. This guy rejuvenized WCW in the 90s. This is the reason why you had competition between the WWF and WCW. This was the guy. As I eat my paleo string cheese here. This was the guy that went head-to-head with Stone Cold Steve Austin, okay?
Yeah.
They were the guys, man, back in the 90s. I don't think people remember that. A lot of people, they started watching this shit during the John Cena era.
There's a lot of fans that weren't around. I mean, I was super young, but
Talos,
I was a kid watching back then. I mean, literally half the kids in my grade had a fucking, when I was like in like first grade, second grade.
Dude, you would walk in all Walmart, Target.
Had a Goldberg backpack. Like literally, like all the kids had Goldberg backpacks and shirts.
You'd walk into Walmart, Target. You see NWO, Goldberg, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Sting shirts. Those Sting shirts were all over the fucking place too. So when I read online these days with these guys saying, "Oh yeah, Sting, he sucks. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that," or Goldberg sucks. He can't work. Blah blah. You don't understand what it was like growing up with these guys. These guys were on top of the world, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, yeah. The next point I was going to be here that I have listed in my notes was
Talos. What's up, buddy?
He mentioned personal challenges, including the recent passing of his father-in-law, which may have influenced his emotional state. Now,
what did I just say, buddy?
Yeah. Now, after this interview, and I think towards the end, he didn't comment on it, obviously, because he's still under contract. But Ariel speculated about him potentially going to AEW. This has been something that was speculated by fans also after this interview, that maybe that he would try to have a proper send-off given, whatever. And it says now WWE's response to the interview was that sources reported WWE wasn't surprised by Goldberg's reaction, and an unnamed official apologized for the speech cutoff, which was unintentional due to timing issues. The full post-match segment was later posted online, and blah, blah, blah.
That's probably Nick Khan.
Goldberg expressed his gratitude for the opportunity, but felt the presentation could have been classier, quote unquote, and more fitting for his legacy, leaving open the possibility for further revelations.
Hey, I'll say this though. They had a lot of callbacks. You know what I mean? They had the Doug Dillinger, which I didn't know that guy was still alive. That guy was like 80 in the 90s. Like, what the hell happened with that guy? RWK, what's up, man?
he's just one of those guys that just always looked old. Like every time you saw him, he just looked old. Like he just never looked
Bro, I
young.
thought that
Like,
motherfucker was 90 back in the day. I was like, why is this guy 80 years old? I was like, why is this guy walking Goldberg to the ring?
now, now I have more here about some of the AEW stuff. It says the speculation about Bill Goldberg potentially joining AEW was following his July 2025 match with WWE, has been fueled by his critical comments during an interview with Ariel Helwani, as well as historical recent discussions with his relationship with AEW. Below is a detailed look. Okay, it says here that, he says Helwani went on Busted Open Radio after the interview and suggested that Goldberg's outspoken um, um, frustration might have been to set up an appearance in AEW. He noted maybe he pops up in AEW and says, these guys screwed me, indicating that the bitterness could be a storyline to transition to AEW. The speculation was echoed by wrestling media with outlets like PW Mania reporting on the possibility of a deliberate setup for an AEW debut. Historical interest from AEW. It says AEW has shown interest in the past with Goldberg. In 2019, AEW President Tony Khan confirmed having discussions with Goldberg, stated, I've spent some time with Bill, and I really like Bill a lot, though no deal was finalized. Khan highlighted Goldberg's star power and his connections, noting their mutual ties with ties through his agent, Barry Bloom, who is close with Tony Khan and has also worked with Chris Jericho, another AEW wrestler. Reports from that time, including from Newsweek and Newsweek, noted that AEW was actively pursuing Goldberg, with speculation heightened by the official AEW Twitter account following him and vice versa. So that was back in 2019 when AEW was like the hot new company, especially when they had guys like Sting and everything else, and other older WCW guys. There was a lot of speculation. It was really close to happening, and I did not know about Goldberg's agent being really close to Tony Khan, and
I
also
remember
being
remember
the same agent as Jericho.
When the rumors came out that Jim Ross and Chris Jericho were starting a wrestling company, and then we found out that it was Tony Khan, like he was actually doing this. We had heard that he wanted to get Bill Goldberg under contract, and I heard I didn't hear I heard of the interview. I'm sorry. I heard of the news where they said that they were talking to get Goldberg in there, but I think Tony Khan just didn't want to pay him the money he wanted.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the talks fell through. Now, this goes to April 2024. Despite earlier interest, Goldberg was vocal about his reservations with AEW. In April 2024, during an interview with 93.7 The Ticket, he called AEW's product too cheesy and stated that there was not a chance of him joining, citing a mismatch with his wrestling style and preferences.
However, is he? I mean, let's face it. Who is he going to fight over there?
However, Tony Khan responded on the Ringer Wrestling Show, revealing Goldberg's president to work with AEW during multiple meetings, suggesting he disconnected between Goldberg's public statements and his private discussions, and said even though he criticized AEW, that Tony Khan would still be open to working with him in the future if it ever came about.
Yeah, but those pussy ass wrestlers in AEW are going to be like, oh, well, he's ungrateful, Tony. Like, this is good. It's not going to end well when he goes there. Because I'm telling you, remember when he punched the ICP in the fucking face for no reason?
Yeah.
In WCW?
Yeah.
Okay. You really think he's not going to fucking do that to the Young Bucks or Hangman or any of these idiots that are going to fucking treat him like shit? He's not dealing with that. Bro, you think Punk punching him out was something? This guy's going to knock him the fuck out.
Well, here's the thing, though. If he's unhappy, though, where else is he? Like, if he wants a proper retirement, where else is he gonna go?
He wanted a proper retirement in WWE. That's why he's upset. Because he always said that WWE, once they absorbed WCW, that WWE was home.
Yeah.
Right? And that's, I think, what he wanted. I think he just wanted that. But again, all the stuff that happened, that just happened in his personal life, I don't think you can ever give this guy a happy ending. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound right, but you know what I mean? A happy retirement.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's just what he wanted. It sucks. It really does suck.
Yeah.
Yes, Talos. I did too. We'll get the Hulk Hogan in a little bit. Doesn't look like he's doing too well.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's kind of where like the story stops. There's no talk about him joining AEW. Obviously, if that news breaks, we'll talk about it on the next show.
Well,
but
what
we'll
if next week he debuts on Dynamite?
Then
And then he tells Tony Schiavone why he left.
Well, that's what Ariel Helwani was stating. He didn't think it is. He was just speculating, but he was saying this might be like him setting up, and he pops up in AEW in 2 weeks, and it's like, what,
Well,
that would actually that would be insane.
Here's what you could do too. Ariel Helwani is best friends with who? Nick Khan.
Oh yes, Nick Khan. Yeah.
So what do? You stir the pot. You make Ariel Helwani think he's going to go elsewhere. This gets Nick Khan to pick the phone up and be like, "Hey, we could work this out."
Yeah.
Yeah. He could just be doing that.
Yeah.
You can always bring these guys back. I mean, it's not like death. This is wrestling. I mean, they can come back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
We've seen them come back from crazy things. I mean, these guys
retired, unretired, the whole nine. I mean, they it's.
You could have Gunther grab the kid from the front row and hold him hostage until he demands Goldberg to have one more match because he's ungrateful or whatever.
That was another thing.
And you could bring this guy back. Like, you could do anything.
That was another thing I forgot to bring up, is that Goldberg mentioned in the interview that his son was offered an NIL deal by WWE that he turned down
because they weren't going to pay him anything.
Which is like, dude, I mean, that's the same deal. I mean, he's a college athlete, so the fact that he's able to even get paid is like an improvement.
But listen,
years ago.
But listen to me. That's another thing too. If they offered his son the deal right before his retirement, and they offered the kid no money. That's going through his head too. Like, this fucking company, I'm doing everything I can. They can't even offer my kid a good deal.
I mean, but it's the same. I will say though, again, just because I know how the NIL deals work for college athletes,
right?
It's kind of like the stand, like they can't go above a certain amount, and it's kind of the standard to kind of get a base. Like, before, his son wouldn't have been able to even like get an NIL deal until he was out of college, or just a college, Yeah, so currently he's in college.
Yeah, he's trying to get the kid in the NFL, which he'll get in there, and then he'll probably come to wrestling anyway. Look at the Steiners. The Steiners did the same thing. They were playing college football, and then they came to WWE.
He's a freshman. He's a freshman, so it's his first year in college. So if he still wants to sign for more money after he's done college, I mean, he's on a good team. He's on the Colorado Buffaloes. He's coached by Deion Sanders. So it's a good team.
The Colorado Buffaloes.
Yeah. They were kind of terrible the last
There's Buffaloes in Colorado?
According to the team. But they were bad the last decade, and then Deion Sanders came in and kind of changed. They're not like the best, but they're not like, funny enough, Tony Khan and the Jaguars selected the number 1 overall pick from Colorado in the NFL draft this year. So, Travis Hunter.
Well, there you go.
So, but, yeah. So
that's the owner of AEW, Talos. Just kidding.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But next story I want to get into here real quick is TNA. TNA had their Slammiversary event, which had 7,000 people at it, which is kind of crazy. Good for them. But they had Slammiversary, and shortly before the show went on, I think it was a day or two before, they announced that AJ Styles would be making an appearance at TNA Slammiversary. Everybody went crazy for this because it's AJ back in TNA for the first time in a decade.
You know what's funny about AJ and TNA? He looked like he wanted to stay there.
But what it says here is that AJ made his highly anticipated return to TNA at Slammiversary at the UBS Arena in Elmont, New York. This marked his first appearance in the TNA ring since December of 2013.
Milf Man, what's up, man? He's in the chat.
What's going on, Milfman? Styles' return occurred after Leon Slater defeated Moose to become the youngest TNA X Division champion in history.
It's cool,
As Slater
Dreadpool.
celebrated, Styles' iconic TNA song "Get Ready to Fly" played, which a lot of people didn't know if he was going to come out to because he stated before that he hated the song. But
Oh, he's so full of shit.
it's way better than his WWE theme. Way better. They don't want none. No.
That wasn't even his WWE theme wasn't even written for him. It was written for James Storm. A lot of people don't know that. Remember when James Storm? We talked about it on here. When James Storm went to NXT.
Yep.
And then he won the match, and then he went right back to TNA.
Yeah.
That was gonna be his WWE theme song. AJ, and they gave it to AJ Styles because it was an unused song. Milkman, don't worry about it, buddy. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, go ahead.
But yeah, he came out to Get Ready to Fly. And the crowd went fucking nuts for that. Styles entered the ring, hugged Slater, delivered a heartfelt promo. He expressed gratitude for being back in TNA, where he made his name, and praised the promotion's young talent, specifically endorsing Slater. He emphasized Slater earned the X Division title, not just deserved it. And highlighted TNA's ethos of no limits over weight limits. The crowd chanted one more match, but Styles did not commit to wrestling, instead focusing on hyping Slater and the TNA brand before exiting to his theme song. Now they were kind of planting seeds here. I think there will be, because of the WWE and TNA partnership, a match with AJ and TNA, especially since, like, I think that AJ is kind of hinted that he's like a year or two from retirement. I think he re-signed a 2-year deal lately, recently, as of this year, he signed a 2-year deal, and I think after that deal, I think he might be done.
He's not done.
Okay, well, I mean, that's what the speculation is. But I think before he retires, he's gonna have one final match in TNA. That was what I was leading to. And,
yeah, he'll have a match in TNA.
I mean, on this show,
I guarantee you, WWE's buying TNA, because I found out that the guy is Ed Nordholm. He's not running TNA anymore. It's this other guy. And who's this other guy friends with? He's best friends with Nick Khan.
Everybody's friends with Nick Khan.
Seems like. You see what I'm saying? This is planting the seeds to.
Yeah, hey, TNA's president is Carlos Silva. That's his name.
It's like, hey, we got a guy in there now, so let's get him to try to get them to sell it to us. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is how business works. They'll own TNA, and then they'll do TNA One Night Stand and all this bullshit.
So Carlos Silva is he's the president of Anthem. And yeah, so what else to say here? Excuse me. But yeah, but they were on the show. I mean, earlier, the Hardys won the tag titles, and Bully Ray came out and apparently set up one more match between Team 3D and the Hardys.
Hey,
Bound for Glory.
Don't laugh. That's going to sell that pay-per-view. And Noof Nukem's in the chat. Boom, boom, kaboom. What's up? Elbow drop in the chat room. There you go.
But I could definitely see a Styles match happening at Bound for Glory. If they were planting seeds for them at Bound for Glory, I think I could see the Styles match also happening at Bound for Glory.
You're going to have WWE guys invading that show. I mean, the WWE Women's Champion won the TNA Knockouts title at this show. You have a WWE wrestler who is the TNA World Champion right now.
Yeah. Who retained it. Yeah. Which a lot of people.
You know why he retained it? So he could lose it at Bound for Glory. Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You put the shine on Bound for Glory.
Yeah.
What the hell's wrong with these fans?
But yeah, no. I did see highlights of the show, and the show looked pretty damn good. A lot of people were high on the show. Some of the finishes were kind of But
Right.
they said the show overall was really solid, especially the three-way match with Trick Williams. Um,
Can you
so
believe 20 years later we're talking about TNA still?
oh, bro, and you know me, I was the TNA guy. Like I was a huge TNA fan for years. Um, I'm happy it's still around. I'm happy they're still, kicking and there's a place where people get I'm all for places where guys can go and make money. So I'm all for that.
Listen to
You know.
me. TNA is doing what AEW should have done.
Mhm.
TNA was humbled and they said, "You know what? We're going to keep this going. We're going to try to rebuild this whole thing, blah blah blah." AEW has yet to do that. AEW runs
yeah,
like a fucking a clown show, and they have a chance to redeem themselves. They just don't do it.
Even before the WWE partnership, the reason they got the WWE partnership was because they were gaining more traction and they rebuilt themselves from the ground. They literally they kind
Well,
of
I
just were
mean,
like
WWE. I mean, TNA had a partnership with AEW, and it ended or whatever. But WWE
yeah,
realized, hey, we can use these guys to combat AEW.
yeah,
The thing with WWE is they're trying to squeeze AEW out, which is fine. Like the WWE, WWF used to do that. Vince McMahon always did that. He squeezed out the competition. They're trying to do that here when they really don't have to do it. They're just doing it to do it. But AEW, man,
yeah,
they got to snap out of it. They got to stop smelling their own fucking farts because it's not working. They could be a
yeah,
competitor. People, when AEW came around, nobody cared about WWE or TNA. All right. But now TNA is starting to rise up. They drew almost 8,000 people in that fucking arena the other night.
yeah, yeah,
That's a big fucking deal. AEW can't even get 2,000 people in the fucking arena half the time.
yeah.
So, I mean, AEW better calm down. They better watch out because TNA seems like they're rebuilding. And this is a positive way. This is not the Bischoff and Hogan era
Where they try to change the whole.
they fucking tanked that goddamn company. But
Yeah,
AEW needs a
yeah. No,
hard setter immediately, says Milfman. Yeah, I know. Noof doesn't, he's not up to date in wrestling. We'll keep you up to date. Don't worry.
But yeah, so it's yeah. But I was really happy with what I saw from TNA, and I like the Styles segment. And yeah, so the next thing we're gonna get into real quickly here, because again, it's just speculation, and I don't want to like speculate, or we're just gonna be going on rumors for this one, and that is Hulk Hogan. Um, Speaking of Hogan, you brought him up. I think that's a good way to transition into this. Um, Hulk Hogan, a few weeks ago, it was put out there. Um, Hang on one second. A few weeks ago, it was put out there by Bubba the Love Sponge that Hulk Hogan's health was he was not doing good, and
Right.
that he could like die any day. I don't know how he said it. He said some like he said it like very grim, like that he could die any day. Um and I don't know what's going on with I think Twitter just crashed. Okay. Anyway, Twitter
That would
sucks.
be a good thing.
Yeah. but but yeah, no, he pretty much said that Hulk Hogan was doing well and that he could like he might not make it, essentially. Um that Hogan's team put out a statement saying that wasn't true and that he was in for a medical procedure or something, or what'd you say, a neck surgery or
He had
what was
neck
he in for?
surgery.
Neck surgery. They said there was nothing to see, it wasn't anything crazy, this and that, da da da. So everyone just kind of thought, oh, Bubba the Love Sponge, he just got some shit wrong. Take it with a grain of salt anyway, because of him and Hogan's history. Um,
Oh, yeah. The
then,
history.
oh yeah, they got history. They're making a movie about that history, which is still kind of crazy to me.
I thought they
But
canceled that movie. They're still going on with it.
did they cancel it?
I thought they did.
Oh, because I think Matt Damon's still involved with it. I think.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, Matt Damon's like
They
writing
canceled
or
it
some
when
shit.
Thor was attached to it. Hemsworth,
I don't
remember
know.
him?
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, so it came out again today that that Hulk Hogan is also once again in bad health, and that also comes from Bubba the Love Sponge. He said that Hogan can't communicate because of something that got messed up with his trachea during the neck surgery. So he can't talk. He is at home. Apparently, he has medical help with him at home. Um, and yeah, that's the what we're now again. That's just speculation. We don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on with Hulk Hogan.
I think there's truth to that. Even though it's Bubba the Love Sponge, the guy's a piece of crap. We all know that, but
Yeah,
I think there is something to this because usually when stuff like this happens, Hogan will come out and tweet. We have not seen this man tweet at all since the original set of rumors came out. So I think the Hulkster's, I think he's in big trouble.
yeah, yeah. I don't Hang on a second here. I'm trying to see if there's a prop anything else on Hogan's shit. I mean, you gotta remember, this is a guy Hogan, who, I mean, throughout the year, I mean, he's what? I think he's had like 10 back surgeries. He's always talked about it. I mean, the guy's literally holding on by glue, you know? Um, that's a crazy image, by the way.
Which one?
The one on the stream.
The devil one or the one after that?
No, the one after one that's like on right now with the Hogan. Is that Hogan? Who is that? Those three guys. Is that Hogan?
That's Hogan. That's what Grok thinks Booker T looks like.
Oh my god.
And that's Phil Spencer, and they're all in wheelchairs.
Jesus Christ. So this is the official official report on it. It says in June 2025, rumors sparked by radio host Bubba the Love Sponge suggested that Hogan was on his deathbed and critically ill. That's what he said, like literally like he's dying.
Well, he's still saying that, by the way.
Yeah, prompting widespread concern. These claims were quickly debunked by Hogan's representatives, who clarified that he was hospitalized for routine treatment of ongoing neck and back issues, not a life-threatening condition. Reports of a heart surgery surfaced, but sources close to Hogan denied any heart-related issues, emphasizing his health struggles are primarily related to his spine and cumulative damage from wrestling. It says, as of July 2025, concerns about Hogan's health resurfaced due to his absence from public appearances and limited social media activity. July 2nd, Hogan posted an upbeat photo promoting his new venture, Hogan's Slam Sports Bar, suggesting he was doing better. His wife, Sky Daly, also addressed the rumors, stating on Instagram that Hogan was definitely not in a coma and was healing with a strong heart. However,
nobody said he was in a coma.
However, a Wrestling Observer Radio report from July 20th noted ongoing concerns due to the lack of detailed updates, with Dave Meltzer suggesting that the situation was probably not good. In contrast, a longtime friend of Hogan's, Jacques Rougeau, reported on July 21st, after speaking with Hogan's son Nick, that Hogan was recuperating slowly from his neck operation, doing well. So that was today. After the Bubba the Love Sponge stuff, I guess they put out something else again today saying that
it's Jacques Rougeau, by the way, who I think he was one of the guys in WWF.
Oh, that's who I'm thinking. Yeah, okay, yeah. I saw the name. I'm like, that looks familiar, but I don't know how to fucking pronounce this shit. I know the name now. Okay. But yeah, but this is a guy, man, that's been fucking through the ringer with injuries and back and knees, and I mean, the guy could barely walk.
They're saying that Bubba the Love Sponge was saying he had neck surgery and there was a complication, and they had to go back in the surgery, and the second time is what fucked this guy up. So we don't know. We don't know what's going on. But he had a doctor on his show, and the doctor said, for neck surgery, they cut by your throat, and they could cut your larynx or whatever the fuck that's called.
Yeah,
the thing for your throat. They could cut that and screw it up. So I mean, that could be the issue. We don't know. We have no idea.
Yeah,
but he said that Jimmy Hart is now confirming all this. So I don't know.
Yeah, and if there's one person who would know, it's Jimmy Hart.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy Hart would know. Yeah, I'm trying to look up. Yeah, Hogan has undergone numerous surgeries over the past decade, with estimates ranging from 25 to 26 procedures. This includes 10 back surgeries, knee and hip replacements, shoulder surgeries, and operations on his eyes and abdominals. The recent health concerns involved neck and back issues, with a neck fusion surgery was performed in May 2025 to alleviate nerve pain. This procedure,
I'm laughing at the
originally
picture, everybody. I'm not laughing at him
okay,
reading the
yeah,
description.
the procedure was described as successful originally, though he experienced some adverse reactions, leading to a brief hospitalization in June 2025.
Right.
His representatives and close associates, including Eric Bischoff, have stated he is recovering well and expect to make a full recovery. Again,
Yeah, but
it seems
Bischoff's a known liar.
the only people that have come out and said like that he's doing well are people that are extremely close to him, like Jacques Rougeau, his son, who's also known to lie.
Oh yeah.
Um, uh,
A
Eric
lot.
Bischoff is also known to lie. Um, it, you know, if Jimmy Hart is saying something, I think it probably is true.
Yeah,
Like
Jimmy Hart's not gonna
that's
lie
that's
about
my
shit like
takeaway
that.
from it. Is if Jimmy Hart is like, yo, like this is happening, then you know, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with this. Um, but I mean, I have my reservation about Hulk Hogan, but obviously hope for the best for Hogan. Don't want to see him pass away. But
It was funny. He was here a couple of months ago. He was right by Frank's house.
yeah, he was near me a few times. I mean,
He was promoting his
he was
crappy
making the
beer.
rounds. I mean, he was making the rounds for his beer, and he originally was going on promo tours with Eric Bischoff. But even like for their new wrestling fucking thing they're doing with
Yeah,
amateur
and notice
wrestlers
how Bischoff was on Fox and Friends today and not Hulk Hogan.
and Ariel Helwani show, and not Hulk Hogan. Yeah,
Right.
like he was doing the rounds without Hulk Hogan.
Right.
So
This is called Hulk Hogan's Wrestling, whatever, and he's not even involved. That should tell you something. It should tell you something
and there's
wrong.
already a bunch of shit about that going on with a lot, like some of the people that have been arrested, that have been assigned, have already been arrested. There's been outside things about like different people have DUIs, people got like domestic violence stuff going on. It's a mess. It's a
Right.
mess. So hopefully I hope the best for their promotion, but it doesn't look like that might not be going anywhere. And was tried before, by the way.
Yeah, they
This
did the
was
micro wrestling. Remember with the midgets?
well, not just that. No, I'm not talking about them doing it, but a similar league or promotion was started back in the mid to late 2000s. It was called Real Pro Wrestling, and it
Oh
was
wow.
literally like it was some guy, I forget who did it. It was some like wrestler
Hey, we
guy
got
that was
Fred
like
in the
Olympic.
chat. Fred, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on?
It's Bobo Ghost Fred.
It was pretty much something started for collegiate and Olympic wrestlers after they were done either competing in the Olympics or college. If they didn't want to go to WWE, they were like, this is real. There's a professional wrestling league and that people could go to that's real and all this other stuff. And then it flopped in like a year. And this was back in the mid 2000s. So, I mean, I remember it used to come on I forget, it was like one of the ESPNs. It was like ESPN 3 or some shit. Like some like ESPN channel no one had. Like it was like they put it on in like at like 10 at night or something. It was just dead. So but yeah, that's is that Grimace with Hogan? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, with beer. I think Frank made this picture.
That's funny. But yeah, so yeah, hope the best for Hogan. But it doesn't look good. But if any updates happen between the time we do our next show, we'll obviously talk about it. But right now, this is all just speculation. There's sides saying he's doing well, sides saying he's not doing well. We'll have to just wait and see because we don't know what's going on.
I'm leaning on he's not doing too well because again, this guy, whenever something comes out, he tweets.
Yes.
It's something like even the dumbest things that people, I saw Hulk Hogan on the street corner. He'll be like, nah, brother, it wasn't me. Like he'll tweet stupid shit. Like for this to be like this serious and he's not tweeting anything or saying anything, he can't. That's why.
bro, like every time like Hogan news pops up, like man, and not to laugh at the guy, obviously, because he's going through some shit, but I mean, Hogan's got some Hall of Fame tweets, bro. That dude's got some fucking, the one that popped up
Oh, well,
this
we all know
past week.
that.
Oh no, the one that popped up this past week was the Bam Margera tweet, which is
Oh,
hilarious.
yeah, where he said he
That
was
is
dead.
so,
But then it's funny because
yeah.
like a year ago, he went to his wedding.
And he was like, I
He was
miss you
like
so
Bam's
much,
best
bro.
man or something, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And
But
he was
10
like,
years
miss you
ago, he
so much.
tweeted that he was sorry he died. It's like, what?
Yeah, and then well, Bam responded. Like the funniest thing is response. He's like, "I'm not dead, bro, but I miss you too, brother," or something like that. I'm like, Jesus
Yeah, but he
Christ.
tried getting clout on this guy being dead and he wasn't dead.
Oh my god.
Well, he went to his wedding last year. He was his best man. So there you go. I guess they were still friends.
But yeah, man. Yeah. Also, not wrestling related. Obviously, but I do because it's pretty relevant. I want to say rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, low key.
Right.
That was crazy. That was nuts, man. When I saw that shit, man, 54 years old.
I got 85 people sending me that shit. It's like, bro, I remember the Cosby Show growing up, but it's like I haven't seen that shit since I was a kid.
Oh yeah, it just, and again, like that was way before my time, but obviously it ran in reruns for
Right.
years, and so almost everybody saw it. And the Cosby Show for its time, Bill Cosby aside, for its time, the Cosby Show was like one of the first shows that depicted like an all African American family on TV, just being like a normal family. That was just
Right.
like, oh, it's like, and like he was a doctor and they were successful, and it was like it was a big deal back in the day. And he was like one of the first big like kid figures or son figures on TV in a role like that. It was a big deal, man. And he was also, I didn't watch the show, my parents did. Apparently, he was on a show that was really big on, I think it was Fox or ABC. It was called The Resident. It was like a medical drama. He was on there for like the last 5 or 6 years, like up until
Wow.
last year when the show ended. He played a doctor on there. He was really good. He was still working pretty frequently in theater, on TV. So I mean, he had a career, man. 54 years old. They said he drowned in Costa Rica while on
Oh, wow.
vacation or something. Yeah, which is,
Sucks,
man,
man.
it's crazy, man. 54, way too young, man. So rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner, man. That one kind of smacked me out of nowhere, bro. That was like, holy shit.
Well, I do want to say wrestling related. New Jack has been announced for WWE 2K25, and
I did
his
see that.
entrance has been posted online. And you know who's a huge fan of New Jack, Nick?
Who?
Nick Khan. And that's why he's in the fucking game. You can't make this shit up.
Fucking Nick Khan gets shit done, man. Say what you will about him or the TKO era, he gets.
I'm
gets
just
shit
saying,
done.
man. Like, and he gets. And let me tell you something. He gets the right stuff done. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, he gets shit done, bro. I mean, yeah. Who would think that Nick Khan of all people was like, man, I'm really a huge New Jack fan. Let me throw him in this game real quick.
Threw him in
That's
the
awesome,
game.
though.
And by the way, even though they didn't get Cop Killer, if he is the second entrance, the song will play the entire match.
Oh wow.
For those of you that don't know, in ECW, New Jack would wrestle the entire match with NWA's Cop Killer playing in the background. And while he would bring out the weapons, he'd jump off the freaking balcony, all with this song playing. It was like these guys were at a party, like everybody in the audience. However, you want to hear something crazier, Nick?
What's up?
His model in WWE 2K25 is after his TNA model.
Oh.
So when he wrestled in TNA, they took that attire and put it in WWE. So you get TNA New Jack in WWE 2K25.
That's crazy. That's mad random that he took his TNA model.
Right.
Oh
So
man. So was he in a TNA? Was he in that TNA video game, or did they? Or
no,
was he after? Okay.
no, it was just when he
They
wrestled in TNA. They just took
got you.
the way he looked and put it in the
Okay,
WWE
got
game.
you.
So you didn't even get ECW New Jack. You got TNA New Jack, but
Oh yeah, I'm seeing the stuff here. Damn. Man, good for him, man. I mean, rest in peace, New Jack.
yeah, rest in
But
peace, New Jack. That sucks. But it's good
that
that
dude
he's
was.
in the game, and I'll be buying this DLC. I don't have the game either, so I'll probably pick up the game and the DLC.
You ever want to see some fucking scary ass promos, bro? Watch old New Jack ECW promos where they recorded him like on a street corner, like in Philly somewhere. Like it was like those promos were crazy. They were so good, but like his character was just like you believed everything he fucking said. Like you believed it. Like he
Dude,
was
the
just like,
fucking OJ promos that Cornette had him do.
oh yeah. Yeah, legendary shit. Legendary. Like not even like crazy controversial,
Just Google
but
New Jack OJ Simpson.
yeah, no, there you can.
Can't even say the shit that this guy said.
I went down a rabbit hole one night where it was like I was on my phone. It was like about a year ago or so, and I was just binge watching all these old. I had seen them before, but I just started watching one promo, then it went to the next promo, and I was like, holy shit! Like this is fucking like this guy was he was insane, both in character and a little bit in real life as well. But he was New Jack, man. But he was himself. That's one thing you can't take away from him. He was him. Um,
Dude, I'm telling you, me and Mike, Mike that started AOX with me,
yes,
bro, we used to watch New Jack shoot interviews all the fucking time.
bro, he was so unhinged.
We used to watch ECW. We used to watch like the real ECW, not that bullshit.
Yeah.
Although we did watch the bullshit one too, but that's how we started the damn show, by the way.
Yeah.
But we used to watch the original ECW. And he would come over for pay-per-views every once in a while. I always had the damn scrambler box, so I was always getting the WWE stuff. WWF, WCW, ECW. Hey, he was our favorite wrestler in ECW.
Yeah. No, he was a lot of people because he was just so fucking like he was just real, man. He was like obviously he was like supposed to be portrayed as like an over exaggerated character, but he was like if you were like, especially if you like were from some like rough area, like you knew somebody like New Jack that was just unhinged. Like he was like he just seemed like a real character. Like he just seemed like and he was to a certain extent.
Yeah, to an extent he was, but he
but
was like, he's definitely not the embodiment of the Attitude Era, but he's one of those guys where you take Attitude and you add a little extreme to it, and there you go, man. You couldn't tell if this guy was really like that in real life.
Yeah, that model looks really good, by the way. Like that model looks crazy of him.
The video is up. I can't play the video because I don't have it.
Yeah.
But if I had it queued up, I would have played the whole video.
That's awesome, though. Good for him, man.
Milkman is bringing up something that you almost forgot to bring up here. People think that Seth Rollins' injury is a work. They think it's real. What's going on here?
So, Seth Rollins' injury. So Seth Rollins was doing a match with LA Knight on SmackDown, and he went for like a springboard moonsault, and I guess the spot was supposed to be like, LA Knight rolls out of the way and he lands on his feet, and as Rollins landed on his feet, he tweaked his knee, goes down into the corner. Paul Heyman looks concerned. The ref looks concerned. They even LA Knight's like, what the hell just happened? They say something. The ref says something to LA Knight. LA Knight hits his finisher, the BTF. They pin him, and then that's it. And it just was an abrupt ending, and it just seemed like that Seth Rollins tweaked his knee. Now that was the same knee he tweaked back in around WrestleMania time. Not this year, but last year, when he was like really just banged up and hurt. But yeah, so everybody was kind of like, oh shit, this seemed like legit. But then I was listening to a few podcasts, one of them being Post Wrestling, which is really good, by the way. If anybody wants to go, they used to be Live Audio Wrestling, I think.
Yes.
and now they're post wrestling. I really enjoyed their podcast. They kind of like they break it down.
The
Like
Law.
they're not
Those guys are from Canada.
yeah. So I like them a lot. They're really solid.
I used to listen to them every Sunday.
Yeah. But anyway, he was told one of the main guys, I forget his name, fucking Christ. But one of the main guys from Post Wrestling, he was doing a podcast afterwards, and he was saying that he was told a day before, not about anything else, but he was told that expect an injury that leads to somebody being on crutches. That's what he was told by a source that he can trust. And then literally the next day, this match happens, and Seth Rollins is injured.
So
and the next day, he's
what
on
are we
crutches.
thinking here? Punk wins the title at SummerSlam, and then Seth cashes in, or Punk is about to win and Seth cashes in?
Yeah, it could be. So the what people are thinking is that this is a work, or no, this is a work, and that Rollins is doing all the stuff, and he's on crutches, and he's saying he's getting tested. There probably will be images of different testing. They're really trying to sell this as an actual injury, and some people are like, because he's showing up to the arena in crutches. Apparently, like people are seeing him in public with crutches. Like someone took a photo with him.
You
the other
know,
day. He was getting caught.
at first,
He was getting coffee somewhere, and he was on crutches.
bro, at first when I saw him,
Yeah.
I was like, this fucking guy got hurt again. And then what happened was he did some sort of an interview a couple days ago or whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, the knee was so swelled that they couldn't do anything. They said to come back in 2 weeks. I was like, this is bullshit. It's bullshit. Bro, if your knee is fucked up, they're going to tell you right then and there what's going on.
Well,
they're not going to make you
also,
come back in 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks happens to be a week after SummerSlam, you dumb bitch.
What
do you think? Come on.
When I watched the match back, and I went back to the actual part where he gets hurt, what raised my antennas originally before we saw anything else.
Didn't he land on one knee and then he fucking said the other knee was the no good knee?
No, to me, it was how quickly Cole pointed out the knee injury. It seemed like usually, like if it's like not a planned injury, the commentators would be caught off guard a little. And I know Mike Cole's a pro, but he quickly went like, "Oh, Seth Rollins injured his," like he literally like transitioned almost seamlessly, like he was like ready, like he was like it just seemed too seamless, like he knew it was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying?
Bro,
Like,
look what Venge wrote in the chat. Seth cashes in and ends up getting hurt for real.
Oh, that would be crazy. But yeah. So what I think is what the people are speculating is that he's going to be showing up for the next few weeks on crutches and everything else, and they're really trying to sell the injury. CM Punk, obviously, we didn't talk about it, but CM Punk did get the main event for SummerSlam, which I'm happy about. He's facing Gunther. I think that's going to be a fucking great match.
Oh yeah.
The rumor is that, or what people are speculating is that Punk either, this is the first speculation, Punk's gonna win, and then at the end of the match, when Punk's got the shit beat out of him and he's standing in the middle of the ring, that's when Rollins is gonna cash in. His music's gonna hit. He's gonna run down, and everyone's gonna be like, "Holy shit, he's not really injured." Because that is Seth Rollins' goal, not only to win the World Heavyweight title, but his goal is to make CM Punk's life a living hell in the WWE. That's part of the story.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Nick. They need to end that feud like soon because it's just getting kind of annoying and pretty boring.
I like it. I think that this is just stuff they originally probably had planned maybe for the first go around.
Right, but I mean, this is like just dragging on and on and on. It's like this guy Punk can't like fucking do anything else.
I like it. Plus, well, there's still a story there with Heyman, obviously with the whole turning on him at Mania.
Well, maybe Heyman's gonna turn on him and go back with Punk.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, one thing I do want to see after all of this Seth Rollins stuff is done, I just want to see one more Punk heel run. I really do.
I know he should come back and get his revenge on Rollins. You broke my neck, you bastard.
I know
Punk wins and Seth cashes.
I know he's a huge face and he's making them a ton of money and he's a huge star. I get that. I get all that. But I just want to see one more Punk actual villain heel run. I
think Punk is there for a little bit. I think you're good.
So, but anyway, so that's what they're speculating is going to happen. Or like you said, maybe he gets close to beating him, or he's setting him up for the GTS, and then Rollins runs down, cashes in, and becomes a part of the match, and then you know beats him. That could also happen too. Um, I think this probably um ends it probably I don't know how it's gonna end. I don't know where it ends for the Rollins Punk stuff. It's either gonna end in the fall or it's either gonna stretch till Mania.
No, they'll
Because
go to WrestleMania because Punk will have to win the Rumble. I guarantee you Punk's going to win. Seth cashes in, takes it from Punk. Like, Punk can't even fucking get it.
yeah.
Or maybe Punk doesn't win it. Maybe he's about to win it and he cashes in. Who the hell
Yeah,
knows? I thought Rollins was going to cash in on Cena because I thought he was going after Cena at one point.
Yeah, no, a lot of people thought that because but I don't know. And also, when is SummerSlam? SummerSlam's like next week, right?
Right. And 2 weeks would
Okay.
be when he's supposed to get his knee looked at, would be the Monday after Raw. Monday after SummerSlam, I mean.
Saturday, August 2nd, Sunday, August 3rd. Okay, yeah, it's early. Yeah, yeah, we'll be doing is like the card set for that like final?
They just put the card this week or last week or something. They just announced all that.
Let me. Okay, there's no like official card out. Okay. But yeah, so also main eventing one of the nights is Cena and Cody. Which the build for that's been pretty good. But
That's all right. Cena's winning.
yeah. There's rumors about potentially Cody's turning heel. I don't know what the hell that
He's not
rumors
turning
about.
heel.
You don't think so?
No, because if he's turning heel, he's winning the title. Although people are what Cody's been doing is he's been dressing up like Rock. He's been putting the glasses on. He had the fucking chains on his. What was he had the Rolex or whatever. He's trying to hint that he's like becoming the Rock. Meaning he's hinting that Rock ended up choosing him anyway. So I don't know what the fuck's going on. We don't know what's going on with the Rock. This guy hasn't been around.
No.
They had their falling out or whatever that's rumored. We don't know if he's even coming back right now. But if they're teasing Rock, that would be good because we could finally get some answers with this story. But
yeah, exactly.
the Cena thing, just let the guy be Cena. I mean, at this point, it doesn't even fucking matter anymore.
Yeah. But yeah. I don't know what else there is to really discuss here.
Triple H can't book his way out of a wet paper bag, says Milfman. Hey, Milfman, we talked about what you said earlier, like the Goldberg thing. It's all Triple H's crappy booking. He throws shit together at the last minute.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Gotta let it play out.
Let's see here. I don't think there's anything like crazy. What did Punk do on Raw?
Yeah, what did he do tonight? He opened the show.
Let me see here. It's probably on YouTube by now. CM Punk and Gunther trade shocking verbal jabs.
Shocking.
Verbal jabs. Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, we got some news here. Legendary Hulk Hogan superfan Roddy Hogan has passed away.
Oh, so another Hogan has passed.
The guy that was always in the front row, dressed as Hogan.
Yeah. And he would still pop up at some of his like meet and greets.
Roddy Hogan didn't just live wrestling. I mean, I'm sorry. Roddy Hogan didn't just watch wrestling. He lived it. His presence will be missed ringside, but his legacy will live on in every fan who has ever beloved Hulkamania. What the fuck?
That's crazy.
Well, rest in peace, Roddy Hogan.
Yeah, rest in peace.
So if he's going, I guess maybe the Hulkster's next. I don't know. Who the fuck knows what's going on? Hey, you know, Randy Hogan is, if Hogan passes away, then Randy Hogan outlived him. Then Randy Hogan will really be immortal. Now there's 3 Hogans here. You got Roddy Hogan, which I didn't even know about. I just knew he was in the front row, but I didn't know he had a name. Hulk Hogan, and you have Randy Hogan. Randy Hogan was the WCW ripoff of Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
And he survived 3 heart attacks a few years ago.
Jeez. That's fucking insane.
So Randy Hogan was basically made to be a jobber in WCW, but they basically had Vader and these guys beat him up. Like symbolizing to like Vince, like, fuck Hulk Hogan. The guy sucks.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of Randy Hogan. Now you can, his matches are on YouTube if you want to watch them. Like Vader squashed him in like 10 seconds.
Yeah. That's so funny.
I don't know, man. It was funny.
That hair is crazy.
Oh, he's the Hulkster. He's got the Hulkster's hair.
That was great. It's crazy. But
how come I can't get this in the thing? Trying to get this picture in the frame. What's going on with this? There you go. That's Randy Hogan, baby.
But we'll take some questions from the chat before we get out of here. If anyone else has any questions, we kind of covered every big story. Oh, that I did miss that. I saw that, and that's crazy. Milf man.
What happened?
Buff Bagwell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we totally forgot about that shit.
Yeah, but that was sad, man.
Very sad.
So especially with like he looks really good, and a few years ago he did not look very good at all. He was heading down a bad path. Buff Bagwell was dealing with a lot of substance abuse issues, most notably alcohol.
Okay, well, listen. Before that, okay, this is how we got here. I just want you to know. What happened was, if you remember, what was it, 98? I think it was 98. I don't know if it was 97.
Yeah.
Buff Bagwell did a move. I don't know if he was in the ring with Rick Steiner or he was in the ring with somebody. He jumped off the rope and his fucking head snapped back as he landed. Okay?
Okay.
This paralyzed him for a few, what was it, like a month? 3 weeks? Legit paralyzed him.
Jeez.
And then he was fine. But he wasn't fine because of his neck injury. He got addicted to substance abuse and drugs and everything.
Yeah.
This is the toll that has led up to. Okay? Because he was fucked up on drugs for 30 years. And this is the result of that. Now people are like, oh yeah, how did he get his leg cut off? Well, a few years ago, we might have talked about it on here. I don't remember. In 2020, he crashed into a fucking bathroom.
I remember
like a gas station.
That. We were doing those shows during like lockdown and stuff. Like I remember talking about that.
Right. So, but we didn't know this. He had fucked up his leg big time.
Yeah.
They did surgery on his knee and they botched it completely. And he said he had 40 surgeries on that knee or 30 surgeries, something crazy.
He mentioned in the video with Maven that they did a fucking like I think a flap surgery or something where they stretched his calf muscle to replace his knee tendon. I'm like, how the fuck's that even? How's that even a thing?
Bro, you got shitty doctors where you live. I hate to say it.
Yeah, but yeah, he had the knee surgeries, and I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, I'm just saying that he crashed in a bathroom and he had that all done, and it got to a point where he said in the video that like there was a 20% chance he could save his leg and do all the rehab and all that. He'd be doing physical therapy and rehab for years. And he just came to a realization, just end the pain, just cut it off.
Yeah.
But this is a
So-
result of drugs. Don't do drugs, everybody. I mean, I know people out there think it's funny, but you're gonna end up like this guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you know, he has been sober for the past, I think, 3 years, 4 years now. So I think that's good for him.
Yeah, it's
I'm
good for
happy that
him.
he's
I
getting
I
his
always
shit
liked
together.
Buff Bagwell, and he got a very fucked up deal in WWF.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was there for what was it, 2 shows, and they threw him out of the literally threw him out. Yeah, the guy deserved a little bit more than that. He was pretty good. You know, I know he
Yeah.
had issues with guys backstage and everything, but
Yeah.
that could have been worked out.
And man, but like, yeah, seeing this shit, man, is like, bro, just be fortunate for what you have, man. Like people, we take simple things like, you know, walking and having a functioning leg for granted, you know? But just not only just like,
Carlos,
you
what's
know,
up?
what's going on, Carlos? Not only like watch out with like hard, heavy substances and stuff like that and substance abuse, but also just watch for your health, man, just in general,
Right.
you know? Watch out for your health and you know, just stay up to, you know, stay up to date with that stuff because it's just there's a lot of people out there that like, you know, they don't want to go to the doctor, they might not want to get shit checked out, and you know, it's like, man, just fucking just you know, especially as you get older, man, just fucking go, bro. That's what I'm learning as I get older. Like if just something's up, just fucking go.
Well, Talos, he got hooked on painkillers really bad.
Yeah,
And then from there, he just took a bunch of other shit.
and alcohol
Oh, yeah.
only made it worse.
Yep.
So, I think there was pills and alcohol in his system when he crashed that car. So, you know, that's not a really mixture you want to have at all. That's the same shit that was getting Kurt Angle all those DUIs and shit. You know, he was like a functioning addict when he was taking the painkillers.
Remember, Kurt Angle was being framed by the government. That's what Kurt Angle said to the police when he was pulled over.
Yeah. Which he's since denounced that. I mean, it's just, you know, he does not believe he was it's just that man was
Kurt Angle was a nut.
dude, no, Kurt was different, man. I'm just happy a lot of these guys are getting sober, and he's also been somebody that's actually been working with DDP the last couple of years, right? Buff?
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's a shame it had to go out like this, but I mean, hey, man, as long as he might be able to, he probably could be able to have a better life without having to deal with a fucking pretty much a dead leg.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
he was saying that his leg, he would have to leave his shoes on if he slept because he couldn't take his shoe off or put it back on that one foot.
Yeah. So,
David R.
crazy,
Kurt was
man.
doing a lot more than just that. I mean,
yeah, no, Kurt was another.
he was taking horse pills for Christ's sakes.
Bro, he said that he was like doing so much when I'd like the interview he did on Joe Rogan was really good and it was in his documentary too, but he said that like he had to keep like he would take like 15 like extra Vicodin at a time, which is crazy, and he would take them like I think like 3 to 4 times a day.
How the fuck do you not drop dead from that?
I mean, and he was taking them so much that sometimes he would go through withdrawals, even if it was only like 6 or 7 hours without them. So he had to keep 15 in a bottle of water by his bed. So just in case if he slept, if he had a full 8 hours of sleep, he'd wake up with withdrawals. So he'd have to just crush them and just take them and just that was it. Fucking cat. But yeah, no, it was crazy, man. Kurt was on another planet, and then he never even really drank before he got the TNA, and then once he got the TNA, all the guys went out drinking afterwards, and so that's when he started, you know, because when they were in Universal, they used to be right by the City Walk in Universal. So everyone used to just go out bar hopping and drinking after the show, and he was still taking pills, and then he mixed it with alcohol, and that's when he got 4 DUIs in 5 years. So, you know, that was just, you know, that was just Kurt was on another level. I know Kurt's been going through his own stuff in terms of like, his neck's still screwed and everything like that, and he has atrophy in his arms and stuff from all the neck injuries. But I'm
Right.
happy he's here. I'm happy a lot of these guys are here, man, because
Yeah, no, they're
like
definitely good.
I mean, especially with like doing this show and like over the years and us always, talking about, this wrestler died, that wrestler passed away, this wrestler died, and they're all 50, 55, or 60, they're not even 60 years old and they're just dropping dead. And for the longest time, that like 50 was like was like once you hit the 50s, it was almost like 90s in wrestling years. Like you
Right.
were just gonna die. It was just crazy. But I'm happy we're getting to a point now where like a lot of these guys are sobering up or they're getting clean. A lot of the younger guys now are a lot more healthier than some of the older guys were. Like hopefully these guys live long lives and we don't want to see any of them pass away.
No.
Because these guys, man, were Kurt Angle. It's a fucking miracle that man's walking around.
You know what's funny about this Buff Bagwell thing? I even
Yeah.
said, I was like, why is Buff Bagwell not at the Goldberg retirement? Because they had all, we didn't really talk about this, but they had all the callbacks to WCW
Yes.
for
Yeah,
that
yeah,
match. And Goldberg and Buff are really good friends. And I was like, why isn't Buff just like there? Like he should be there. And we had no idea he was getting his leg amputated.
Yeah.
So, and Maven posted the video. And then after Maven posted the video, Buff posted the video. So,
Yeah.
yeah, man, check out their YouTube channels.
Yeah, no, for sure. Maven's been doing just great stuff all around.
Oh, yeah. He's one of my favorites on here.
Yeah, and my cat, bro. No, calm down, buddy. Sorry. If you see a random tail or a head, it's my cat. I don't have rats in my in my room. It's a random fluffy cat. But anyway, yeah, that's tough. So prayers out to Buff Bagwell, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Buff
Hockey
Bagwell.
fan.
One of
Yeah,
my favorites in WCW, man. Like he was part of that crew. Booker T, Goldberg, DDP, Sting.
Yeah.
He was NWO. I mean, this guy was great. And like I
Hockey
said, he
fan
got a
asked
raw deal in WWF. It was him and Booker T in Tacoma, Washington, man. And that match killed this whole WCW brand extension thing that they were going to do, which, fuck Vince McMahon for that bullshit. He just didn't want to do it.
Yeah,
he pretended like he did, but he didn't want to do it.
He was looking for an out.
Yeah,
and that was
that's what
his
I'm
out.
thinking. Bro, how you going to say one match like ruined all your plans for the next year and a half? Like, get the fuck out of here. Got to be on crack cocaine.
Yeah. Hockey fan asked, Buff hasn't been back in WWE since. No, he is not.
No, he was literally he was on SmackDown where Austin and Kurt Angle threw him out of the building. He was literally thrown out of the company.
And that was the last anybody ever saw of him on WWE TV.
Yeah, he's been in TNA, I believe.
Yeah, I remember the early days of TNA. He was in TNA.
He didn't wrestle in TNA. He just showed up.
Yeah.
There's your brother. There's Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
And there you go. So this guy is he got thrown out. He's getting his leg cut off. I mean, what else is going to happen?
Yeah.
Hopefully this guy has a good life. I mean, he seemed like he was in high spirits, but
100%.
you can never, there's he's obviously going to be upset deep down, but.
Oh yeah, dude. It's
what
like,
can
I
you
could
do?
never. I couldn't even imagine going through what he's going through.
Yeah, no
like,
way.
I couldn't. Yeah, no. Like I said, I'm very fortunate that I have legs, and like you take this shit for granted. Like I don't want to sound like too blunt, but you just take it for granted, man.
Yeah.
Just like just get the help. But my cat he is tripping. Yo, calm down.
Well, it's funny because he said something about and soon to be Hall of Famer. And I was like, I don't think they're ever going to put this guy in a Hall of Fame.
Yeah. You don't think even now they would put him in?
Okay, here's the thing. He was great in WCW, but he really didn't get started in WCW. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They did a thing where it was him and DDP. I think it was early 99.
Yeah.
Where you have to go like, I think 30 seconds without hitting the guy during an interview. I think Mean Gene hosted it, and him and DDP were going like off on each other. And I was like, all right, they're starting to push Buff towards the world title. And then it just ended.
Yeah.
They really didn't do anything because then they gave Steiner his turn, his shot. They gave Jeff Jarrett his turn. They gave DDP his turn. They gave Nash his turn. They gave Booker T his turn. They never got around to Buff.
Yeah.
So Buff really didn't. He really didn't get started.
Yeah.
If you watch WCW, you saw like they were starting to try to push him in 99, early 99, but then they dropped it. So, I mean,
yeah,
he was the only guy that never really got a shot that was a big star over there, in my opinion.
I agree. Yo,
what are you going to do?
Sorry,
So, yeah, did he have a Hall of Fame career? I don't think so. But as a name, you'll never forget this guy. So, yeah, he should go in the Hall of Fame just based on the character.
Yeah, man, I agree. But yeah, so prayers out to him, man. Hope everything goes smooth from here on out. And we'll take some questions. But thank you. Was that
No, it was Milkman that brought that up.
Milkman, thank you. Because I would have forgotten about that. I did see that though. And I saw the whole Maven video and everything.
Oh yeah, I watched it on Friday. Any questions in the chat? I want to thank Talos, Carlos, Hockey Fan, Anthony, David R, Dreadpool. Let's see here. Who else? That's a Hockey Fan, Venge.
Yeah.
Milfman, Frank, Bobo Ghost, which is Fred, California Fred. Let's see. Noof Nukem was in here. I got to play Star Wars with him in a few minutes. Let's see. Yeah, RWK was here. Frank was here, like I said. Yeah, we want to thank all you guys for being here. If you have any questions, we'll give you guys a couple of minutes and then we'll head out.
Yeah. But yeah, we will who's going over? Team 3D or the Hardys?
I'm thinking the Hardys are gonna have to go over.
Probably, because they're still going to be wrestling after.
Right. I think Team 3D. I think this is their retirement match.
Yeah. Did they ever have a proper retirement match, or am I tripping? No. Okay.
No, because in WWE, they had like their. I don't know if it was their last match order. Remember they came out and retired. They just said that like we can't do this anymore, or we're not doing this anymore. And then they had the Good Brothers beat the fucking throw them through a table, and that's how they retired or left.
Now, now Bubba kept wrestling after that, right? Didn't he keep doing stuff as Bully?
Yeah, he did stuff as Bully, and Devon had a stroke.
Devon didn't. Yeah, so can Devon go?
Yeah, he can go. They had TNA White Plains like a year and a half ago when I went, and they 3D'd people and shit.
Okay. I know a stroke is tough, man. Stroke is tough to come back.
He came back, and he's got a YouTube channel as well, so he's functioning.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I'm happy he is. It's just I do remember the stroke stuff, and that's why I was thinking when I heard the idea, I'm like, does he? Because people were like, somebody made a joke on Twitter, like, does he know that this is happening? Because he was not, he was not there at all.
No, what happened was, and there was controversy with this because why wouldn't there be? He was booked for a Comic-Con on the same night as Slammiversary, but Bubba Ray or Bully or whatever the fuck his name is now, told everyone that he had a family emergency, and they're like, no, he's booked for a Comic-Con. So people are like, oh, did he actually go to the Comic-Con? So people like trying to prove that like Bully Ray was purposely lying about it. Like, who cares? Who gives a shit? The guy wasn't there. He'll be there on October 12th? He'll be there October 12th for the pay-per-view. I'm trying to get a picture of this fucking when he challenged them. I'm finding all these low-res. I feel like I'm back at TNA because they're uploading all these low-res photos like back in the day.
They're uploading photos from 06.
Yeah. All these photos are like 200 by whatever. It's like, what? I need like 1080p shit. Let me see if this picture is good enough. Hold on. Okay, this picture should do. Oh no, I got a pop up. Continue without supporting your fucking website because it sucks big fat ass. Okay. There we go. So there's Bully Ray challenging the Hardys. You know what, Nick? I'm gonna say this, and I know you're gonna think I'm nuts.
What?
I think I'm gonna order that fucking TNA pay-per-view.
No, I mean they got a lot of hype around it, man. I think and this is like, I think it's October they said. So I mean I think they're gonna stack the fuck out of this card.
Oh yeah,
That's what it seems
and it's
like.
gonna have to be WWE heavy as well.
Yeah, so there's gonna be a lot of cross promotion. Like I said, I think the AJ match is gonna end up being on that card as well.
Right.
So I could definitely see that happening.
Devon has a great channel. Yeah, he does.
Chael's son and a former MMA guy called Goldberg a delusional.
Yeah, well, Chael's delusional too. Don't forget
Chael
that.
Sonnen's a little. Yeah, Chael Sonnen Chael Sonnen also is always. You gotta remember when you see something from Chael Sonnen, he's always kind of in a character, like he's always kind of working. So, what do you guys think, guys? Like Chael and Dave calling out.
Dave Meltzer called out Bill Goldberg. Holy shit.
Like I said, I think that there's like, I think there's a legitimate reason to kind of see, but I understand Bill Goldberg's a bit emotional and everything that was going on, and he probably shouldn't have said the stuff he said the way he said it. Like you said, I think his son was doing an interview and he kind of said, like you said, his son said it the way that he should have said it,
Right.
essentially in the interview. Like it was the more PC way, obviously because his son still wants to eventually work for WWE. Who wouldn't?
Right.
Especially if football doesn't work out.
Yeah, but you know what though? I kind of agree with Bill Goldberg too, because it's like he's earned his stripes. He's wrestled for 30 years. What the fuck is he gonna do? You know what I mean? He's gonna pussyfoot around it, and he has to legally, but at the same time, who gives a shit? He's retired anyway. What does it matter?
Yeah.
That's what I don't understand. Who cares? Why does the internet care so much? Oh, well, you were in a title match. He was never going to win it anyway. It was a fucking retirement match to him. You should be grateful it was for the title. Who gives a shit? It's not like he won the title and said, oh man, this retirement match sucked big fat ass. Then you have a problem because your world champion is telling you that.
Yeah, this sucks ass. Yeah,
this sucks ass. That's what I'm saying. Who cares? People just love hating on Goldberg. They were hating on the fact that he was having a match with Gunther, which we all knew it was his retirement match before it was officially announced.
Yeah.
And then they announced that a week after they announced that they were fighting at the show. And we were like, finally, they announced it. And everyone's still giving this guy shit. So no matter what, this guy's always going to get shit. No matter what. You had a great match with this guy? Oh, no, it was because of Gunther. Yeah, okay, that's great. That's fine. But you still got to give Goldberg his props. Oh, well, Bret Hart. Well, fuck Bret Hart. I love Bret Hart, but you know what, man? The guy, he's forgiven Bill Goldberg 85 times, and he's hated him more 85 times.
Yeah.
Bret Hart, it's how he wakes up. If he wakes up and he likes you, great. And just remember, everybody, Bret Hart wrestled a hardcore match after he fought Bill Goldberg. No one ever brings that up, right? He wrestled a hardcore match against Terry Funk after the Goldberg match. Just saying, man.
Yeah.
Oh, well, he cracked Charles Robinson's. Okay. Charles Robinson is Bill Goldberg's friend. And number two, Charles Robinson is 65 fucking years old. If Batista fucking tackled him, he would have gotten his fucking rib broken. They act like Goldberg is purposely going in there with knives and weapons and like hurting people. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck, everybody? It's wrestling. These guys are going to get hurt. So if a football player tackles a guy on the field and breaks his ribs, are we going to call for this guy to never play football? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Shit happens. It's a contact sport.
Yeah.
You guys all say he can't work. Well, guess what? He can't work because he cracked the guy's ribs. What the fuck do you expect?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, man. People are bitching just to bitch. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But when Seth Rollins fucking gets hurt or hurts other people, that's okay. Just saying. All right. So we got Hockey Fan says Bill Goldberg is the man. There you go. He says, I don't give a fuck. Bill Goldberg is the man. Well, there you go. People still bring up Goldberg almost. Okay, listen to me, MILF man. Go back and watch that fucking tape, buddy, because The Undertaker dropped Bill Goldberg first. Frank and I went through that tape like 16 times.
And also,
Undertaker wasn't setting the world on fire in that match either. He dropped Bill a couple of times.
Yeah, no, that match was bad, but I mean, that was like
it was bad. It took two to tango in that fucking match.
Yes, yeah.
I don't want to hear the shit about The Undertaker.
No. Undertaker was already on literally his last legs going into that match. I mean,
right.
They literally used to like injure, like used to like work the Undertaker's knee just so it would look like he was selling the knee, but that was actually how he walked, like because they would sell the knee.
Right.
Like it was just that dude was a mess, but.
I don't bring it up with the Goldberg. Of course they do, because The Undertaker is God. That's why. The Undertaker's never done anything wrong in his life.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah, it was bad on both sides. Yeah, no, that's okay, Hockey. But no, let's blame Goldberg. Because he's the guy that's staying. He's the guy that's leaving and The Undertaker's staying. So there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it is with these new generation fucking dick riders in WWF. The new generation wasn't that great. There was a reason why they fucking went to Attitude.
Yeah.
This shit was boring. That's all it was. All right. Well, we got no questions because everyone's too busy blaming Bill Goldberg for everything. So I want to take this time to say every time something bad happens to me, it's Bill Goldberg's fault.
Exactly. Same. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for coming out. We had a really good show.
We had almost 20 people in here. You realize that tonight?
Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. We'll be back not next week, but the week after. We'll have a full SummerSlam recap and everything else. And if more news breaks about Goldberg and everything else, we'll cover all that stuff as well.
Right.
But thank you guys once again for listening to another episode and watching another episode of the Cheap Pop Podcast. I'm Nick.
I'm Perry.
And we'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good rest of your night. Bye.
Yeah, and truck Bill Goldberg. Bye.